I'm putting together the PDF for my final essay. I've created a new page in Word. I've changed it to Times New Roman 12 font, name, course, date, word count. Remember, my word count will include all of the words that I have written, including the rough drafts and including the works cited, which I can count once. I've given my title kind of a fun font because I was in the mood for that. And then I include the image that I selected from the approved file. Now I start with the summary statement. In my case, I'm going to start that summary statement with something kind of creative. You can call it summary statement. You can call it once upon a time. You can all say it started when. You can put anything you want. This is the teaser that makes the reader want to go on and read the rest of your essay. You don't want to give spoiler alerts away. You want to make sure the reader wants to read on. Be sure and double check that information on what a summary statement is. Then I have my chapters. And I've named my chapters. You don't have to, but I have. And however you wanted to format your chapters, as long as it's consistent. And remember, I made sure that I have my spacing set so that I don't run into that dreaded problem of the single spacing. Remember, as you write, when you insert an image, to make sure that that image is pristine. If it's framed, all of them need to be framed. If it's in a certain color palette, all of them need to be in that palette. We don't want to put in some kind of cartoon image. We don't want to have some sort of blurry, goofy looking thing. And we do not want watermarks. Again, as I've said in the modules, I don't want you to have to buy an image. There are several images you can get free on pixabay.com, and there are royalty-free images to be found there. I don't want you to have to spend money on images, but I also don't want a watermark picture. That just makes your whole essay look tacky, and it doesn't present well at all. Now, once I get this image in here, I want to make sure that I can drag it around so that I don't have it a big huge gap around it. And once I get it placed, now it's placed, and I keep writing the rest of my essay. After the essay, I include my works cited, which I have completed from EasyBib, and there are quite a few EasyBib tutorials that you have studied, and you know by now how to create a works cited. Next is the outline. Now, I've given you great liberties with this outline. If you saw some of the outlines that I've written, it would just scare you to pieces. Sometimes I write it on the back of a napkin, but I don't care how you do the outline as long as it's consistent and as long as I can understand what you're doing. If you hand wrote it on paper, then you need to take a screenshot of that and insert that here as an image so that I can see how you created the outline. I need to see how your creative process worked. Under that is your rough notes. Not your rough draft, but any notes that you've taken. Those give me insight as well as to how your creative mind works. And I want you to have credit for every single word you've written. Remember, we're under district guidelines to write a certain number of words, and I want to make sure that you are given credit for every single word that you wrote. When you have completed everything, you want to make sure that you complete that word count. And you will add all the words together. You will add the words for any rough drafts that you've written. This is all on the honor system. I'll never question your words. And you will put down your final word count here that includes all the drafts. There is a tutorial, once again, on word count that you can find in the Start Here menu. Now, as soon as everything's finished and I'm all set to go, then I will save my file as a PDF. Look how pretty it looks. Everything's in its right place, everything's here, and now I'm ready to submit the essay. Now, if you're anything like me, you will submit that essay, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, you will wake up going, "Oh my gosh, I forgot the word count." Remember, you can come back in and resubmit this assignment unlimited times until it is graded. So be sure that you don't panic if that happens. It happens to me all the time. But once the essay is graded, it's graded. That's only fair to all the other students. Enjoy this. Make sure that you check and double check and make sure that this is your absolute masterpiece. I can't wait to read it.